So guys, here is the Pod XT, and what I've got to say about it, it was a budget safe multi-processor for your guitar. It had everything you had its own EQ here, middle, treble. It had different effects inside of it. This is the Pod XT. Now they came out with a smaller one, which I think got more critique than this, but this was my first effects processor that I owned, and I really liked it, and it was great for the studio. You know, you could hook it up to a tube like a Focusrite in the studio and have some great sounds, in my opinion. It came with the Palettes Handbook. It lists all the amps that it said it made the sound for, as you can see, and it was what it was. I mean, for that day in the 90s, I want to say, or late 90s, it was an excellent buy. It was just for the price that you got and all the effects you got with it. Came with a power cord and all that. Place you could plug in. Place that you couldn't plug in. All those things was with this Pod XT. But, you know, I get on the internet and I just look at the, as you can see, the picture of the home recording studio on the box. I don't think you can see it on the camera here. See that? That's how... You know, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that picture there. Look at getting the sun there. We got some sun out here today. You got a lot of shade on this, as you can see there as well, because I've got the windows open. But you know, this is the Pod XT. This is what it was. It was a device that you know, meant a lot to me. As you know, I still own it. It still works. This still works today. You know, and I still get it out every once in a while. But we're going to try to do something today. We're going to tube it up, dude. I have no idea what that means. All right, here's a couple tubes that we got here. Here's a tube PreSonus. I have bought this from eBay. You can use something like this. Again, this is just mono, which is okay for a guitar if you want to just go mono on there. And this is a stereo M audio. You can pick these off of eBay. This is an M audio one. I like the sound of this one as well. I used it for a lot of stereo work. You could actually use this as a finishing thing in between your DAW and any device to give it a more warm sound if you'd like. There's a lot of great tubes on the internet, and then you better tube it up, dude. What you can do is there are some programs that you can get online that are really good to crunch up the guitar. There's a guy, I think his YouTube page is Frightbox Recording. I really recommend him if you are more into the heavy metal type guitar, but just to make your guitar warmer. Now this is a guitar I recorded off of Line 6, but what I can do is there are some great tube type programs out there. Well, I mean, one for instance that you can go to, this is one from the Antares, you know, supply of their auto tune. If you get with the auto tune unlimited, you can warm up. You have a crunch effect, and you can drive it. Yeah, some more. I think this is Mutation, which is really nice. I really like these. There's some great. They got everything from different crates. Different this is called M Turbo Amp. If it's a great plugin. I tried it out for a week. I really like this. Right now I'm not doing any rock projects, so I don't have this program, but you can try it out yourself for free. You don't pay anything for it, but it's called M Turbo Amp, and it has everything from warm, let's see, these like the Mutation. You have these, which are really great to give, you know, a sound, give it more crunchy sound. Another one too is, yeah, let's see here. Oops, let me drop that. You can do is this one here is this little effect program that a lot of people use. Is this little radiator. Some people put it on they put it on the end of the mixing. After they're done mixing, they'll add the little radiator program here. And let's see, we got it. And it has default This is from Sound Toys, and you can look at what they've got, but they got everything from bass, amping up the bass, to bit of grit, to guitar double edge, different things like this to give it a more crunchy sound to a guitar. Another thing I use too to kind of help out with that guitar sound to make it less is I like to use that rectify sometimes to give it a little crunch to it. It's called rectify, and you can have a setting like the failing amp, and what that does is just basically it's an amp that's kind of that's broken amp sound, and it sounds, but it has a neat little distortion that you can mess around with. So those are some things that you can do to kind of tube it up with your pod. If you went back in town when I first started my studio, this is one of the items that I bought. And what does it mean to me? It means a lot because it was a first step in going into home recording. Now, granted, if you guys are guitar players, you've done this for years, and you've got this sound that you have, and I'm not going to argue the fact that you should worry more about, learning your notes and less about worrying about your sound. But as a home recording artist, that's something that's very important to us as well, is the sound of the item. And I don't know if it really matters in my heart, as long as you're playing good music and as long as you are doing the right thing. But many of you are going to say, no, you need to go out there and pay thousands of dollars for a Marshall amp. You need to get paid thousands of dollars for a Vox tube. You need to pay hundreds of dollars for a fuzz pedal and hundreds of dollars for a chorus pedal and all these things so that you can make one song that may bring you back $20. Think about that for a moment. And you guys, if you like this video, why don't you subscribe, like, and share right here on this channel.